Hey everybody, I'm about to do another physical media showcase live stream. I've decided I want to do at least one of them a week now. I was doing them daily for a while, but it's just not really possible to do that anymore, especially if I'm going to be putting a lot more focus on these YouTube videos. But while I'm doing that, I have to bring you guys over to yesterday, where I unboxed some more movies for the collection. We're starting the day with yet another unboxing. This is another Disney Movie Insiders Redemption. It is none other than a Blu-ray for the live-action Alice in Wonderland, starring Johnny Depp, directed by Tim Burton. I've actually never seen this before, but it was like 600 points. This was like a really cheap purchase, so I was like, you know what? I'm sure I'll get around to it eventually. It's a frequent ask on the live streams. I'll add it to the collection. This is a package from Twice Loved 22. Seller on Whatnot. I've done some purchases from them before. Now this one's cool because it's actually a stack of sealed Blu-rays. Everything I purchased from them before has already been opened and came from like a lot, but this is entirely sealed stuff in here. And inside here are all sealed Blu-rays. Sealed Blu-ray for Dirty Dancing. We got one for Sully, starring Tom Hanks. The My Little Pony movie, and honestly, I don't even know why I bought this one. I think I bought it because I saw people like Emily Blunt and Michael Pena and Sia and Zoe Saldana did voices for this. I figured it was literally just like Tara Strong in this, but it's not, I guess. I don't know. If I have a daughter one day, she'll like this one. Also, the Angry Birds movie, which I've seen like once and I thought it was doable. It was a little silly. We got a Blu-ray for Zookeeper, starring Kevin James, the legend himself. And finally, a Blu-ray for St. Vincent, starring Bill Murray, Melissa McCarthy, and Naomi Watts, which I remember seeing parts of, but I honestly don't even remember what this movie's about, so I'm gonna have to revisit it. Those were all like $1 to $4 a piece. I had some credit from Whatnot thanks to viewers like you using my affiliate link. If you would like to check it out, there is a link in the description. If you sign up using my link for Whatnot, it's basically an auction website where you can buy collectibles like movies and video games and trading cards, all sorts of stuff like that. If you use my affiliate link, you actually get $15 in free credit to use, and then I get $5 credit to use on the site. So I think I had like $25, and I still have some left over. But the fact that people are actually using my link and I've never actually advertised it before is really cool. So if you would like to use my link, you can do so. Huge shout out to Wes and Jen of Twice Loved 22 for being some awesome people and doing the great stuff for this collection. All right, back to Friday me. It's now time to do a live stream where I showcase all the stuff behind me. Cars 1, got right here, and the Marvels I got right there. Coraline I have right here. Holes I have right there. Conjuring, I have Conjuring 1 and 2. Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods is right there. Thank you for 91 new followers today, guys. I really appreciate it. Dragon Ball GT is right here, the complete series. The Godfather, I have 1, 2, and 3 on VHS. Ben 10 Race Against Time, I do have that on DVD right there. In regards to Ben 10 movies, I also have Ben 10 Alien Swarm. Secret of the Omnitrix is included within Season 4, and then I have Destroy All Aliens. That is going to wrap it up for the stream today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Real quick, I just want you guys to say hello to the vlog, because I did vlog a little bit of this. Gil! Yo, that's... you timed that so perfectly. Thank you, bro, for the hat and mustache. That's my friend Gil. Huge shout out to him. There's the vlog. Everybody say hello. Everybody say hi. Alright, now that we've had a little fun with that, I'm gonna unbox some more things real quick. This is stuff that came yesterday that I did not have time to open on camera, but now that I do, I figured I'd take a look and see what we've got here. First up is the last of the wave of Mario movie figures I needed, and that is Biker Peach. Right after I put that video out, she went up on sale for like $6. So I now have a complete collection of the 4 to 5 inch Mario movie figures. This is such a cool design. I love that she comes with the blue shell. I just think that's really cool. Unfortunately, we didn't get a Donkey Kong figure in this scale, but I really love the Bowser one they came out with. I think that figure is so sick the way it works. I don't think at this point we'll get a third wave. I don't think these sold as well as the first wave, so we're probably not going to get a third one. But still, a lot of cool stuff came out of it, and I have a Biker Peach figure now, which I don't think really existed.
Damn it.
Next up is another figure that got heavily discounted on Amazon. I've been so curious about these figures for a long time, and I finally have one. I can say for sure right now, I'm not a fan of these boxes that just don't show a preview of the figure. Actually, no, this one kinda has one on the top. This is the ultimate classic Sonic figure from Jakks Pacific. You put him on a little backdrop, and he's got multiple changing faces and hand poses you can do. It's a really nice figure. It's kind of like their answer to like a Nendoroid or a Figma. There's also a modern Sonic one along with a Tails one, as well as a classic Knuckles that just came out. I imagine since this one was heavily discounted, I think I'm just gonna wait until those eventually get heavily discounted. This was like, I think $14. It might even be cheaper now if you go on like Walmart's website. I think it's also discounted there. And the final thing is a really cool thing I got from Amazon. This is one of their like merch on demand things. Sega came out with a new line of t-shirts to celebrate the new Year of Shadow campaign that they're doing, and this is the shirt I got. I love Shadow the Hedgehog as a character, so the fact that he's getting all of this love this year, including Sonic Movie 3, the Sonic and Shadow Generations port to new platforms, Keanu Reeves playing the voice of Shadow. Lots of love for Shadow the Hedgehog this year. We love to see it, and they came out with some shirts, and I thought this was the best looking one of the bunch, so I picked it up. I will be wearing this to the first time I go see Sonic Movie 3 in theaters come December. So I've got a couple hours before I have to head out to work, so I'm actually gonna take a trip over to a local record store and see what kind of music and movies they have, and maybe I'll pick something up. I think I have like $3 credit there. I probably won't be able to get much, but it's worth a shot taking a look.
Trip there. Haven't been there in a while. I would like to go more. Huge shout out to Mr. Cheapo's in Comac. They also have one in Mineola, which that one I've actually never been to. So I would like to do that for a video sometime. Just give you guys a look into what I picked up. I do need some CDs for my car. I'd like to be that guy and use the CD player. If I have one, I might as well. So I've got Channel Orange by Frank Ocean and Nothing Was the Same by Drake. I have one other Drake CD. It's the So Far Gone EP, and I don't own anything physical in regards to Frank Ocean, so if I was gonna get something, I might as well get Channel Orange. It was also the only decision there. That's it for the CDs. And then for 99 cents, I got a VHS copy of Thomas and the Magic Railroad, which is simply just a nostalgia thing for me. I figured for $1, this is a steal. Got a nice little seal on the top there too. I saw that and I was like, oh wow, that's some cool shit right there. So now I own this movie on 3 different formats. Is it very good? No, but it's a piece of my childhood. I'm gonna head to work now. I will catch you all after that. All right, just got off of work. Now that that's happened, I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna go get a burrito, and then we gotta talk. A hefty burrito right here. Barbecue pulled pork. Very good. I haven't been here in a while. This place is the spot in my hometown. I like it here, but it doesn't feel the same. I don't know what it is. I think going to the one in Glen Cove is just a lot better. I missed that a lot. I really needed that tonight. So, I'm going to open up about something that I haven't really said much about publicly since I began this journey that I've been on. I made a series of tweets at the 100-day mark, but as of tonight, April 19th, I'm officially 1 year sober. For a year now, I've been clean off of alcohol, nicotine, and marijuana. I made an Instagram post a little while ago, right before I went into Tex-Mex, basically just giving a rundown of my story. I don't want to give every single little detail today. I'm sure I'll talk about a lot of the other aspects of it in the future. But as it stands right now, I feel the need to open up and let you guys know about me and how I'm doing. The last 5-6 years have been pretty weird. I moved out of my childhood home after my father kind of dipped out, which was very hard for me on so many levels, and I still kind of struggle with it now. But I'm in a lot different of a mindset now. I've now come to accept a lot of the changes that have happened in my life. It was very difficult to deal with a lot of the stuff I went through as a child and into my adult life, and I know that I'm probably a lot better off than some other people. A lot of this started back in 2018. Dab pens and wax pens came on the scene. Everyone at school had them. They were selling them, passing them around under the tables, and I very quickly grew an addiction and a dependency on it. I also hung out with a lot of people that did it, so it was a lot easier to come across. And then I started buying my own, and it was never the same after that. I always figured I would never do these things. I always used to say all these things like, oh, those people suck, and you know, they're weak, and all this other like ignorant shit. Whether it was PSAs or adults trying to demonize you for doing these things. One thing led to another. I tried something and I ended up being hooked. It can happen to anybody. You know, you might think you're so strong. Like, I thought I was strong and like I could handle like doing it once in a while, but next thing I knew, I was doing it multiple times a day. I had lots of times where I took blinker after blinker off a pen. I stopped for a while in 2019, and then once the pandemic happened, I started drinking a lot more alcohol. I had a lot more nicotine intake, and the marijuana on top of that, it was just, I didn't know where I was headed, but it wasn't anywhere good. It was ruining my friendships and my relationships and my aspirations, and I just felt so lost. There's a period of time between early 2020 and like end of 2021 where I just didn't post anything. And a lot of that was because I was just either high out of my mind or I was so caught up with work, and I really just didn't feel creative in any way. I just felt numb and dull and uninterested. I did the podcast for a little bit and I had a lot of fun with that, but I was also struggling with trying to stay sober during those. Like, I would be like, all right, I'm gonna wait till after my friend leaves to then get high. And sometimes I couldn't do it. Sometimes I would get way too high to the point where the high just would not wear off when I wanted it to, and there were plenty of times where I felt like I made a fool out of myself in front of somebody. I was in a relationship for a little under a year, and a lot of the downfall from that was due to my substance addictions and just feeling like I had no self-control over anything. I had really let myself go in a lot of ways, and it was really scary. Initially, when I had more thoughts in my mind that I wanted to stop or slow down, I initially started, I quit the pen and I ended up just, taking some bud and smoking it outside at night before I went to sleep. But nothing was really changing. I still felt miserable. I got really high at 9 a.m. one morning, and I had a severe panic attack, and I had to say to myself, I'm done. I had a long talk with my brother, and even after that wasn't the last time. It took me a few weeks after that to really nail it down, and it was the night of April 19th, 2023, where I got high one last time, and I made the decision that I was officially done. I threw away anything that I still had. I wasn't worried about selling it or anything. I got rid of all my pens and all this stuff. It was crazy. I had like a whole bag just full of like boxes of vapes and all sorts of shit like that just in a bag in my closet, and I remember emptying that into a trash bag, and I had to look at that and be like, wow, I think I might have a problem. So for the last year, I tried going to therapy, and I did that for a little bit, and I only really stopped because it ended up being the same questions every time, and they also didn't take my insurance anymore, so it was expensive. But I did try it. I tried it for a little bit. Therapy might not be for everyone, but I feel that I've been very therapeutic for myself in regards to I've, taken more time to watch movies and analyze movies. And even more recently, I started doing these vlogs again. I also got my driver's license last month, which was something that I had struggled with getting for a really long time, but I finally did it. And I feel great. I feel free. Like, I'm actually out here sitting in my car just talking to the camera. Like, I'd have to just do this at home if it wasn't for this. And it feels so much more freeing. There's a lot that I certainly have to work on. Like, the journey is only really just beginning. But after doing all this craziness for 5 years, I feel like I can finally just sit here and say, I had my fun. Now it's time to really kick things into high gear and do better for myself and for my future and for the people around me that care. I struggled with a lot of self-doubt for a really long time, but I feel like I'm at a point now where I have a lot more confidence in myself and my ability to do things and to meet new people and expand my horizons in many ways. I made a lot of the worst decisions of my life under the influence. One of my best friends passed away back in September. Her name was Catherine. I did not get to really get her in a lot of my main channel stuff, but I was able to get her on at least one episode of my podcast, so I was very grateful for that. And a lot of her friends and family were very happy that I was able to do that because she was very camera shy, so there isn't a lot of video of her out there. I really wish she could see how I'm doing right now. There's so many things I want to say to her, and I miss her. And when she died, it was like a light flicked in my head that I was like, wow, we are not promised a long and prosperous life. And unfortunately, some people that we really love get taken away from us way too soon. So what I'm going to leave this on is to say that you are your own worst enemy. You have to be the person that wants to make changes in your life. You can hear everything from the people around you saying you have a problem or like, I want you to get help. All that is great and all, but you have to be the one that wants to help yourself. And I'm not saying this because I feel I deserve some kind of medal or award for all these things that I'm saying. I'm saying it because I know that some of you are trapped, and maybe you don't know it. You might feel like there's no way out and you just have to live like this because that's just how it is, but it's not really the case. I have friends that have also become sober people, and they've said that sobriety is probably one of the best decisions they've ever made for themselves. And it's hard to really do that. It's very hard. My mom is 13 years sober now, and quite frankly, I don't know where I'd be without that. My mom has been a big help for me, and she's been a rock that I can lean on and someone I can talk to about my struggles. I feel that now that I'm sober and I'm not hiding anything from her anymore, I feel that I can actually talk to her human to human, and it feels great, and I'm very grateful for that. So she might be watching this, I don't know. If you are, I love you. And my brother as well. He's been a very big support to me as well. Brian, I miss you. I can't wait to see you in a couple weeks. You'll be back from school. I love you, man. All right, that's it. I feel like I've been yapping for too long. Thank you for watching. I know this is a bit of a darker subject, but I felt the need to talk about it because I feel this is very important to me. And I want to look back on this someday and see how little I was, and maybe 10 years from now I'll look back on this and be like, wow, look how far I've come. I don't know. Only time will tell. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Maybe I inspired you or something. I don't know. And yeah, I'll see you.